11 Republican House members are planning a trip this weekend. They'll visit the Alaskan National Wildlife Refuge in Alaska and the National Renewable Energy Laboratory in Golden, Colorado. They're calling it the American Energy Tour. One person taking that trip is joining us now from Washington. Representative Michele Bachmann is a freshman from, she's a House Republican from Minnesota. Thank you for being with us today. I should tell you, I'm hoping to join you on that trip this weekend. We're still trying to work that out. But what is it you're planning on learning when you get up to Alaska?
Allie, we'll love to have you on the trip with us. And what we're hoping to do is show people in the United States that contrary to popular belief, the ANWR region is actually one of the best places in the country to go ahead and drill and find the oil that America needs so badly right now.
What's the issue? How come it's just you Republicans? Why no Democrats on this trip?
A good question. We'd like to know. We would love to have this be a bipartisan delegation. Our strategy of House Republicans is an all-of-the-above strategy. We believe in accessing all of America's great, rich energy resources, which is why we're going not only to ANWR, but also to the National Energy Renewables Laboratory in Golden, Colorado. America is sitting on a treasure trove, a veritable treasure trove of energy resources. We want to make sure that all of those resources are brought online so the American people can get back to paying $2 a gallon gasoline again.
You think
it's very possible.
You really think that's possible? You think that's likely?
Sure. Oh, sure, it's possible. We are the Saudi Arabia of oil, the Saudi Arabia of natural gas, of coal, of wind, of solar, of all of the above. That's the great news. Our problem is not a famine of energy. It's a lack of will right now in the Democrat-controlled Congress in order to bring these energy resources online. We can do this. As a matter of fact, I just introduced a bill in Congress last week that would fast-track the permitting so that not only can we access these resources, but we can do it immediately.
Okay, let's talk about the concerns that many people have when they talk about ANWR or many other things, and that is the environmental impact of doing that. Right now, I mean, we look at the images we see of ANWR are pristine land and animals and things like that. What do you have to say about that?
Well, ANWR is actually in complete darkness many days of the year. Also, it's important for people to know that there are no trees in ANWR. There couldn't be a more perfect area to drill upon. As a matter of fact, the size of the area that would be drilled is the size of a postage stamp on a football field. This is a perfect area to access the resources. Plus, it's in very close proximity to the current Alaska pipeline that's already been built, and that pipeline is only at 50% capacity. We could fill that pipeline, bring down the prices at the pump, and in very short order, our goal by accessing all of the above strategy for American energy solutions, for American energy independence, is to get Americans back to paying $2 a gallon or gasoline or less. That's our goal.
Well, that's the reason why I'm so incredulous about that is the idea that we are not responsible for the growth in oil demand in the United States. I mean, the fact is, U.S. demand is relatively flat over the last few years and probably predicted to go down a little bit. But India and China and Russia and those places are all growing in their demand. Are we even going to be able to influence the price of oil just by drilling for more?
Well, the way that we can impact the price of oil is by increasing American sources of supply, which we have in abundance. If we do that, then we can be dependent on our own supplies, and we're not dependent on world supplies. We're in actually a very good place in America because we can open up all these new areas so we can bring down the price. This is a very good thing. When we are now 60% dependent on foreign sources of energy, we can turn that equation and become American energy independent. And that's what we hope to do on this trip, Allie, is show for the American people the great bounty that we have so we can bring down the price at the pump fairly quickly.
Representative Bachmann, thank you for joining us. Hope we can join you on that trip. And if we can't, make sure you send me a postcard.
Will do.
All right, thanks.
Well, it's a nice invitation.